This video introduces the NPC Populator for Unity. NPCs are non-player characters, characters that are not the main players, protagonists, or enemies in a game, but that fill out the world with a feeling of realism. Would you rather have your game look something like this, or like this? You might prefer the one on the right, but think that it would be a significant amount of development effort and is not the core mechanic of your game to have these background characters. The NPC Populator makes it easy and quick to add human background characters to your game. For a solid foundation, the NPC Populator leverages Unity's own animation and navigation systems. For flexibility, you can use nearly any environment and any humanoid models that you might obtain from the Unity Asset Store or create yourself. The NPC Populator for Unity provides the scripts that you need for animation and navigation to work smoothly together and for any number of NPCs to roam your own environment. The NPC Populator enables you to set this up without any coding. In the rest of this video, we will run through an example of using the NPC Populator in Unity in 8 steps. For step 1, we will assume that you have downloaded the NPC Populator itself. For step 2, please download Unity's standard package for characters. This includes the walking and running animation clips that we will use. For step 3, we can choose any environment and set up a navigation mesh. Below this video is a link to a 5-minute video tutorial from Unity that explains navigation meshes and how to create them. You can choose or create any environment for your game. We are going to use the City Slum Building Pack. This environment is unusual in that the buildings have interiors and even staircases that lead to upper floors which NPCs can climb. The City Slum Building Pack also works well with Unity's navigation system because the roads and sidewalks are separate objects. We can apply a higher navigation cost to the roads so that NPCs will prefer to stay on the sidewalks when possible, but can walk on the roads if necessary. The navigation mesh is then created by assigning each sidewalk and road object to the appropriate type of area, default walkable or road. The bake parameters are adjusted a bit based on dimensions in the environment. We then bake the nav mesh. The walkable sidewalks are shown in blue and the roads in purple. For step 4, we need to place waypoints within the environment to guide the NPC's navigation. The NPC Populator includes a waypoint prefab that can be duplicated as many times as necessary. The free-roaming NPCs will randomly select waypoints to define their navigation path. In this example, we will even have some waypoints on the upper floors of buildings because NPCs can go there as well. For step 5, we need to place an empty game object approximately at the center of the environment. We also need to estimate the radius from the center for randomly placing NPCs. For step 6, we need to import one or collection of humanoid models. Any humanoid model should work as long as it uses Unity's humanoid animation type. This makes the humanoid model compatible with standard humanoid animation clips. Some humanoid model assets, for example, Unity's own space robot Kyle, may come configured for legacy animation. In this case, Change the animation type to humanoid animation. Specify that the avatar definition should be created from this model and click on Apply. The check mark shows that Unity had no problem understanding Robot Kyle's skeleton. For this example, let's use the Modern People package from the Unity Asset Store. This includes 10 men and 10 women, so we have a good variety of 20 different models. These models are already configured for humanoid animations, so they are good to go. For step 7, we create an NPC Factory. To do this, we simply drag an NPC Factory prefab into the hierarchy window. The NPC Factory allows us to quickly generate a whole bunch of NPCs. There are a few configuration settings. We drag in the center object that we created before and type in the value that we had estimated for the environment's radius. We can also create another empty game object under which all our NPCs will go, just to keep the hierarchy more organized. So we create this object, name it NPCs, and drag that to the factory. We can choose the average speed of the NPCs and an amount by which the speed will vary. This avoids the effect where all the NPCs seem to be marching around at exactly the same speed. 1.3 and 0.3 tend to be reasonable values. Finally, we add as many human model templates as we want. Each generated NPC will randomly be selected from these models. Let's have 11 templates. We can drag over 5 of the models of men from Modern People, also 5 of the models of women, and finally, our friendly neighborhood robot Kyle. Step 8 is the easiest and most fun step. We just decide how many NPCs we want, let's say 50. Then we click on the button to create N NPCs. Let's explore our populated environment. Then we just click play and off we go, navigating with the arrow keys and mouse. Please email us with any questions, issues, or suggestions about the NPC Populator for Unity, or post in the comments section below. We appreciate your interest and would like your input to make the NPC Populator an even more useful Unity asset.